If you consume queer media on the regular, it's pretty hard to avoid the outpouring amount of media that comes out of Southeast Asia, and in particular from Thailand. Over the past few years, Thailand has begun to establish himself as a BL powerhouse, exporting drama after drama of boys' love series, even giving the genre its own name, Series Y, copying yaoi, the term for boys' love in Japanese. Since 2020, it's become clear that the BL industry has become an increasingly intense and competitive market in Thailand. With the explosion of the series Together from GMM TV in early 2020, a lot of production houses have started popping up around the country for a chance to get into this massive market, and it seemed to work. Thailand's BL industry has grown just shy of 1,000% over the course of 9 years from 2014 to 2023, going from less than 10 BL series in 2014 to almost 100 in 2023, and now that number has significantly increased. Now we can see a fourth of that number in 2023, hit by just one production house in 2026. But unfortunately, when I think of visuals in Thai BL, that production house that hits that 1/4 of those numbers from 2023 isn't even in the top 5 that come to mind. Before we get into this further, I would like to make it clear that this argument in this video essay is entirely my own opinion and in no way is meant to slander any of the parties that I am going to mention. Everything I talk about comes from my own opinion, based on research and my own experience video editing and coloring. Healthy and respectful criticism is something I take pride in providing, and I'm also open to receiving it as well. That being said, I believe that GMM TV's quality of BL series has severely depleted over the past few years, and that their desire for profit is severely limiting their creative potential in both the plot and SFX departments in their series. While I've only come to this realization within the past year, it is in no way a new development. Honestly, I believe this has been brewing since we saw GMM TV milk as much as they could out of Brightwind after the success of Together in 2020 and early 2021. So when I think of color or SFX in a Thai BL series, a series from GMM TV is not even in the top 15. Maybe vice versa would be up there, but I don't count that because the main character is a film colorist, and I think it would be insane to not integrate that into the plot of the series. So ignoring vice versa, when I think of SFX and color in Thai film, I think of series like I Told Sunset About You, Kin Porsche, The Sign, Jack and Joker, Steal My Heart, and Kemjira. Nothing from GMM TV. So all those shows that I mentioned just now, they come from smaller production companies, and they were the sole BL focus of that production house for that year. Except for Kemjira, which comes from Domundi, they had one other BL series at the beginning of the year. And after watching these shows, it's clear that they were made out of love for film and the craft of it, and that they're not a money grab. Some of these shows were even delayed for years due to funding issues, showing the integrity of the team behind the series. Take, for example, Kin Porsche. I know that series from Beyond Cloud was delayed for 1 to 2 years due to funding issues. One of the actors, Perth, he was cut from the series, and then he was added back again.
BOC came along, took over the project. Honestly, couldn't be more grateful for that because they were nice enough to give me the opportunity to come back and audition for another role they had.
So yeah, if they were in it for money, a smaller budget wouldn't be an issue. It's important to understand that a lot of these shows were teased at least 2 years before they came out or their initial trailer dropped. Fans were already hyped about the plot and the actors in it, so they would watch the show regardless of how crappy it turned out to be, and the companies knew that. But the delay that happened on some of these productions due to a higher quality wanting to be achieved shows that these productions weren't in it for the money, but instead for the love of film. Unfortunately, I don't believe GMM TV falls under this same sentiment, although there is like a similar 2-year delay that occurs sometimes. At the end of each year, GMM TV has this massive party where they show all their upcoming teasers for the next year. This is partially to get sponsors involved, but also allow hype to build among fans. These shows are projected to be aired within the next year. Keep that in mind. GMM TV is a massive production house, and as of April 2026, according to my drama list, there are 83 actors under GMM TV, although the Wikipedia article on GMM TV claims there are 163 talents, including hosts and singers and actors in it. So 83 up to 163. These are just the numbers for talent signed under GMM TV, not any of the staff, so we can only speculate just how many people are involved in these productions. These are huge numbers to manage for both staff and actors, and it seems almost overwhelming to the point where it might be too many, especially because GMM TV relies on fan relationships with actors to keep bringing in profit. So when a series is delayed or a couple doesn't air in a series they were supposed to be within the next year, The speculation around it becomes something much bigger than profit or budgeting, and more so drifts into not allotting proper time, money, and dedication. I believe the speculation surrounding GMMTV's productions not going through comes from just how massively famous and integral to the Thai economy GMMTV is. Since I have already made a video on this, I won't go too into depth, but Thailand's National Soft Power Committee nationally recognized back in 2023 that the BL industry in their country is a driving force behind Thailand's economy domestically and internationally. Actually, the Prime Minister of Thailand met with some BL production houses and actors to discuss the importance of the BL industry specifically to Thailand's growing economy. So that being said, because of how large of a production company GMMTV is, along with how global they are, there should be more than enough money to budget properly and do SFX properly, but that isn't being reflected in what we are shown. So because of how popular their BL series are, and from observing GMMTV's other series that aren't BL, I have come to the conclusion that GMMTV believes that they could get away with taking out some budgets from BL series and allotting those funds to other series that are non-BL in an attempt to bring in more viewers to shows that aren't backed by the actors starring in them, aka not backed by BL actors. This became frustratingly clear to me when I watched the new trailer for the bromance action fantasy series Woo that's coming out soon. I think the trailer dropped about a week ago, and right now it's April 26th when I'm filming this. The CGI looks incredible and professionally done, and it made me think about the production and budget gap in GMMTV's previous non-BL fantasy series compared to BL ones that were produced at the same time. The non-BL shows had more depth and more thought out and rendered color and CGI scenes, while the BL ones had the most basic and honestly unappealing CGI and SFX imaginable as someone who works in that field. So the one show that comes to mind for me, and I'm sure any other GMMTV fan watching this video, is My Golden Blood. So the show aired within the last year, early 2025, and to be frank, the CGI for it is horrendous when compared to the CGI used in GMMTV's other projects that aired within 2025 and a couple months before in late 2024. It makes me question just how much they cared about public opinion for the show and the actors involved, especially because this show was teased in late 2023, supposed to come out in 2024, and then delayed until early 2025. The CGI, which is an integral part to the series because it is a fantasy vampire series, it looks like it was done in 5 minutes, to be honest. A lot of fans were angry and annoyed when the series first aired, and they claimed that GMMTV had the budget to do a lot better CGI, as we have been shown in other series. Some people compare the CGI in My Golden Blood to the CGI in The Sign, which is another fantasy BL from 2023, saying that they were both equally bad. GMMTV has over 15 productions per year, and now they have 37 set to air in 2026. The Sign is from Idol Factory, a much smaller company that has maybe 3 to 4 series total air per year. The gap in production budget is massive, and actually the CEO of Idol Factory said that he went into debt trying to fund the CGI used in The Sign. There's a clear difference in budget availability, and it's clear that one show went to all the lengths they could to make a product that they were proud of, and the other that seemingly threw together something in 5 minutes despite having an available budget. Unfortunately, from what I've seen, the reactions to the bad CGI in their BLs never causes GMMTV to rethink their production plans or redo the CGI. Instead, they push all of their marketing of the series onto the actors present, drawing viewers in through the main couple rather than the story or visuals in the series. GMMTV as a brand relies on Kujin or on-screen couples to carry their series rather than visuals or plot. They know that as long as they have a popular couple in a series, regardless of the level of intricacy in the plot or visuals, they will have sponsors and an active audience. Both of these things equal profit, and therefore a series is successful in GMMTV's eyes regardless of public opinion. Fans want to support their favorite Kujin, and they will do it regardless of the plot or visuals present in a series as long as their Kujin is present. Now, I'm a little ashamed to admit that I have done this before, but I did end up enjoying the series, so a win in GMMTV's book, I guess. Their plan worked, and I will probably do it in the future as well, because at the end of the day, I am also just a fan who wants to see their favorites on the screen. Any series with Earthmix, Jimmy C, or Gemini 4th, I will be tuned in automatically regardless of the plot or production value. So it's not just me that this has worked on. The strategy of using actors to make up for bad production value has proved to work. Fans, including me, do get frustrated when things are delayed or no word is spoken regarding updates on production timelines, but people stick around because they want to see their favorites. And while it may be delayed for a couple years, it is almost guaranteed that a GMM TV series will air. At some point, GMM TV almost never cancels any series at all. So this same sentiment of fans sticking around also applies when the plot shown in a teaser at one of the GMM TV end of the year parties changes when the show initially airs. They don't have this reassurance that fans will stick around in series that aren't BLs, so they need to put in more effort to retain the fan base for those shows. I'm not saying any of this to bring down GMM TV as a production house. I would be lying if I say I didn't enjoy any of their series. Honestly, Vice Versa and My School President are some of my favorite series in the entire world. It even impacted me so much that I changed my career path. But it's just frustrating to watch this company that prided themselves on making unique and engaging stories through visuals and SFX turn it into something that looks more like a money grab rather than passionate films. Just 3 years ago, they only had 10 BL productions, but now there are 21 BL series teased to release in GMM 2026. It's hard to imagine all those series being allotted the proper time and budget needed to make them quality productions, especially because currently in April 2026, we're still waiting on some series that were teased in 2024 to air or even finish filming. Let me know in the comments if this is something you have noticed has been happening to GMM TV's productions in the past few years, or if you also don't agree in my assessment on their budgeting issues. As I mentioned before, I'm always open to discussing these topics and different opinions. I debated bringing up GMM TV's treatment towards their Girls Love series as well, but I thought that was a whole different can of worms, especially because it involves treatment towards the women in their company. So let me know if you would like a discussion on that as well. I know this video was a little different from my previous videos, which have all been based in research and analysis, but I kind of enjoyed doing this opinion-based video. So let me know if you liked it by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Thank you!